And we're live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, Jordan Nielsen here, host of Real Estate Pros on Lister Pros TV. Today we're in Tucson, Arizona with Tullie of Long Realty. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day and joining me on Real Estate Pros.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here.
So we'll get into the show, and for those watching that don't know who you are, we'll let you do a quick introduction on yourself. How long you've been in real estate, what interested you, and so forth.
Great. My name's Tullie. I've been in real estate for a couple of years now. I was interested in it just because I can work for myself and have some flexibility for my family, and work as much as I want and get the results that I want.
Awesome. So 2 years in, what did you do prior to real estate?
Prior to real estate, I was an executive assistant at a water utility, and I have a strong customer service background, so that's how I started in that career. Customer service has just always been kind of a passion for me, so it's translated well.
Awesome. So what do you like? What do you like most about making? Or I guess we can start out since you were 2 years in, what was the hardest? And actually, you mentioned before that we started the show that you recently got an award for, was it not Rookie of the Year? I know some people call it Rookie of the Year
Yeah.
or Rising Stars.
Yeah, it's officially dubbed the Rising Star Award at Long Realty's Dove Mountain branch, where my branch is. I really wanted to win that award, and I didn't know if I could do it. You have doubts in your first couple of years, but I won it, and I'm very.
So is the Rising Stars Award like a yearly thing that they give, or is it quarterly?
Yeah, it's yearly. So
awesome. So you won it for 2018.
I did,
Rising
yeah.
Star Award. So, anyways, back up, starting into real estate. So you did find success fairly early in your career, but it usually doesn't start that way. So how has it changed for you from when you began? Was beginning the way you thought it was going to be?
It was harder than I thought it was going to be. I think in a lot of ways, just being myself and relying on my existing network and my sphere here in Tucson. I've lived here since 1975, so, and my family's still here.
You can't be more than 25 years old. I'm just kidding.
But I really, it was harder because, people don't buy and sell houses all the time, so you can't just rely on people because that's going to just happen naturally when they're ready. But what's been very helpful to me is to really put a lot of investment into time and effort into internet advertising and social media. So that's paid off for me. So I think that was just a lucky guess on how to go about marketing myself.
Yeah, absolutely. And I
out.
think that's something that a lot of agents struggle with, getting their name out there that they're real estate agents. That's why so many people don't make it long term in the business. So what have you done on social media and your marketing strategy that's really gotten you some traction?
I've just made sure that when people are looking for a realtor online, say they don't know a realtor or they're not from Tucson, which a lot of home buyers are not from around here, make sure that they can find me when they're searching for a realtor, and make sure that information about me is readily available and that will pop up when they put in certain keywords. And so also with the social media, I think it's very important to not talk too much about real estate.
Sure.
I know that sounds funny, but the people that know and love me that I'm connected with on social media, they were connected with me before I was doing this, and they just want to know what I'm doing in my life, and just like I want to see their pictures of their kids, and so they're rooting for me just because I'm normal and I'm approachable, not because I'm telling them about a certain house, or if they want to, and they know where to find me if they want to buy.
So you're not one of those agents that just post every day about just listed, just sold, just checked out this house, just did this house.
No, I mean, that works for some people, but for me, I like to talk more about real life and be banking on, having genuine connections with people and being authentic and really actually having relationships with people.
Sure. So
they
in
can trust
that,
me,
how are you weaving real estate into your post? I mean, because that's part of who you are now, right? So what are those real estate pieces that you're sharing that aren't super real estatey, but
well,
is that a word?
real estate.
I made that up.
Real estate is now a word. for instance, if I'm showing a house and I see something that just makes me laugh, I think people need to laugh and they want to laugh, and so I'll share a picture of that silly object, or you know, if I see something that's confusing, you know, that's puzzling, I'll say, does anyone know what this is? You know, because I just genuinely want to connect with people, and it doesn't really matter what the topic is, you know. So just any way to make them laugh or connect with them, I think it's just a fun thing to do. I'd be doing it even if I wasn't in real estate.
Right.
So
So we know there's a lot of brokerages out there. Have you been with Long Realty since the beginning?
I have.
So what made you choose Long Realty?
Well, I felt like they offered a lot of internal support, especially for a newer agent. I already know the customer service side of things very well, and I saw that they really valued that. They gave me a lot of tools that I think I would have to be creating and thinking of on my own if I was with a different brokerage, and a lot of training. I can just sign up for as much training as I want, and I still do that on a regular basis. So, and they've been a wonderful brokerage to work for so far.
Sure. You know, they've been around Tucson forever. They're very well established. So we know that there's tons and tons of real estate agents out there. What makes you different from all the others?
I think because no one else is me. I think every real estate agent has to be authentic and put their values to work, and so everyone is able to offer those different nuances about their character. So for me, I like to be responsive. When somebody asks me a question, I don't like to leave them hanging. I like to answer my phone. To be honest, I don't like to work with too many clients at once. I like to throttle it back to a comfort level where I can provide them really good service. And if I start getting too busy, I start to feel like they're not getting the service, the level of service that they deserve. So I think that that's one thing that makes me unique. Sometimes people get overloaded a little bit, so I like to keep a check on that.
Yeah, I'm sure you're that's true. So like if you're taking on too many clients and the service level is going to drop, you want to make sure that your level of service stays high regardless of the client that you're helping. So let's talk a little bit about real estate business in general, because we know that there's a lot of different things that you can kind of do. Obviously, you're not just sitting next to your phone waiting for somebody to call you and say, hey, I'm ready to sell my house. You know, what are those things that you do on a day-to-day basis that makes you become that rising star agent that you are?
I try to always keep working towards finding new clients. I ask people, and I genuinely want to know whether they need my services, but I reach out to them personally rather than doing some sort of, you know, drip campaign, or I don't do a whole lot of the standard, you know, cold calling, expired listings, and I don't do a lot of that because I really want it to be relationship based.
Sure.
And so I just try to stay in touch with people. We'll go out to coffee, even if they're not in the market. I still want to stay connected, and I would do that whether or not I was in the real estate business or not. But that it has a side effect of keeping them connected with me, and you know, letting them know that whenever they're ready, I'm here, and I'm easy to find and easy to reach. So.
And Tucson's pretty big. I think you can go you know, there's a lot of space. So tell us, what areas of Tucson do you focus on in work?
I've always sort of lived on the northwest side of town. I went to Flying Wells High School, and so I stay connected with a lot of the people that have grown up in that area. But I now live in Marana, and I love living up there. My branch office is up in Dove Mountain, and then we have a satellite office in Continental Ranch. And I really like to stay in that Tangerine corridor between Marana, Oro Valley, and then as far north as Red Rock. So it's where I prefer to work, but I have listed and sold homes all over Tucson, even as far down as, you know, Dove Mount or Davis Monthan. That's the other DM. Mm-hmm. So, you know, I will work anywhere, but I know that northwest area and that Tangerine corridor very well because I live there. So
what is it that makes Marana unique? I have a unique perspective of Marana because I'm a pilot as well, and we'd always do flights into Marana.
Yeah.
I know they have an airport.
A great airport. Marana, I just went to the State of the Town address on Thursday, so I'm well prepared to tell you about Marana. I I couldn't be prouder to live there. They're doing so well economically. It's a very business-friendly town. And I think that that's attracting, people who are moving here for work or they're moving here to raise their families. I think it's a community that is growing and that is thriving. And, that's where I choose to plant my family.
So there's businesses that are moving in to kind of station in.
Yeah. There's a lot of big business moving in, a lot of local mom and pops opening up. It's just a very good environment if you want to start a business. And, I'm part of the Marana Chamber, and I'm running my, small business as a real estate agent in Marana, for very solid reasons. It's a place where they make it easy to do business. Mm-hmm. So I just love supporting Marana.
Sure. So, what's your favorite thing about living in Marana or the Tucson area? You mentioned you grew up in Tennessee or something.
I was born in Tennessee.
I was overhearing a conversation that.
I was born in Tennessee, but I've been here since I was about 2 years old. So, I really feel like Arizona is my home away from home. But I grew up here and graduated high school here and college, and I love. Right now, what I love about living here is all of the hiking, nature trails. I live right along the Santa Cruz River, I can walk or you can ride bikes, or I love taking pictures of wildlife, and it's a really great place to do that. It's not so built out in Marana. You still have a lot of natural space, so
sure.
I really love that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Sweet. So for those watching that are interested in having you represent them at, buying or selling a home, how do people get a hold of you?
The best way to get a hold of me is by calling or texting me. Believe it or not, I get a lot of text messages from new customers, and I love that because it's convenient for everybody.
Sure.
Can I give my number?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. My number is 520-390-4407. You can call or text me anytime, or you can reach me at email, tlemons@longrealty.com, and I have a website which is similar to my email, tlemons.longrealty.com.
Awesome. Thank you, Tullie, so much for taking time out of your busy day joining me on Real Estate Pros, and we will see you guys on the next episode.
Thanks.